So in my previous video I did an unboxing of the Potensic Atom 2 with the controller that has a screen. I've now charged up the batteries and I have charged up the controller, so I'm going to go through the setup procedure for the first time. I haven't done this myself previously, so you'll be seeing it as I see it. So here are the three batteries fully charged up. And there's a little label on each of the batteries. I've removed it from two of them. The label simply says charge to activate the smart battery before using for the first time. So the batteries have been charged, and we'll see what happens when we go to set everything up, which is happening right now. So the first thing I'll do is I'll remove the gimbal cover and the little bit of padding that says remove before use. Okay. And I will just have a check and see if there's nothing else preventing the gimbal from moving. That looks good. Okay, and the legs are all out and ready. So let's turn it on. So you just hold it down and the drone turns on, and the same happens with the controller. You just hold down the power button and it will turn on. So as I said, this is the first time I'm doing a setup with this, so I don't know how much of a procedure it's going to be. You're going to find out along with me. So the first thing it says here is welcome to Potensic PTD1, and asking for the language that you want. Obviously I'm going to pick English as Scots is not available here. So you've got your user agreement. You can read through all that if you want. I'm not going to. I'm just going to agree and hope everything goes okay. Okay, so it's now asking for my network, my Wi-Fi network. I am going to select that now, which is this one. And if I can remember the password, which I probably can't, seems that I did remember my own password. Okay, so it's asking me to set the time and set the country and the region here. So I can select the country as it will probably be United Kingdom. Yeah, there we go. And it's asking for the time zone, which is Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Next. Note, make sure time is set correctly. United Kingdom time is GMT +0, and the time is correct. So we'll just confirm that. It's asking for an email registration now. So I'm going to put my email in now. So you can't immediately log in, you have to register. So I'm now going to register, and it's asking me, once I've put my email in here, it's asking me to enter the verification code. So I'm going to hit send, which should send the verification code to my email, and I'm going to check that now. So the verification code has arrived, and I'll just type it in now, and I'll hit next. And it's asking me to set a password. And now that I've set the password, I'm going to register. Registration is successful. And it says here, active remote controller. The activation must be completed while you're logged into your account to ensure the devices are linked to your account. So I'm now going to activate that. And it says, welcome to Potensic. Let's explore this product's features. So we now have an introduction to the remote controller, which for the moment I'm going to skip. And now a wee introduction video, I'm going to skip that as well. And it's now asking me to activate my drone. To ensure flight safety, please agree to the activation terms. I'm going to agree to these terms. I'm going to activate it. Activation successful. And it says here it is recommended to purchase the Potensic Care Service. Please purchase the Care Service within 48 hours after the drone is activated. So I'm going to leave it for the moment. I've got 48 hours and I might come back to that. It says firmware mismatch upgrade required. Okay, so it seems like I've got no choice here but to upgrade the firmware. This app version is outdated. Please upgrade the app before proceeding within the firmware update. So I'm going to upgrade the app. And that should take anything from a minute to who knows how long. So it's now been updated to the new app version v2.9.6 and it has optimised known issues. So it says there's a firmware mismatch and upgrade is required. So it's asking me to do this again and I will go ahead and do it again. So this firmware download is taking considerably longer than the previous one. So there probably are 2 firmware downloads, maybe one for the controller, maybe one for the drone, possibly. Okay, so the drone firmware is V024. So the second download was obviously for the firmware for the drone. It's downloaded and it's now upgrading, installing into the drone. While it does that, the blue light has started to flash, obviously indicating that there's an update in the firmware taking place. So let me just say that the Potensic Atom 2 didn't arrive with a manual of any kind. So I suppose I could go online to Potensic's site and possibly download an online manual. I haven't looked into that. I'm just going through the setup as I've done this many times with many drones, not just DJI drones from other manufacturers too. And the procedure is almost always this, very similar, if not the same. So not using a manual for this. If you want a manual, I'm sure you'll be able to download it from Potensic's site. So it now says remote controller firmware V155. Optimised the charging efficiency of the PTD1. Optimised other known issues. So it's now upgrading the remote controller. The other text on the screen is just some upgrade precautions. Do not exit the current screen or turn off your remote controller's network during the data update process. 2. Do not disconnect any devices or operate the drone and remote controller. And 3. Keep your remote controller unlocked and on the upgrade page. Common sense, really. So hopefully this will be the final upgrade that I have to do. And it's telling me the upgrade is successful. The drone will automatically shut down. Please restart. Before I restart, I'm going to insert a micro SD card into the controller because hopefully I'll be able to screen record. Okay, it's telling me the RC SD card is installed. Go to Me Settings Storage Management to change the storage location for downloaded gallery media. Okay, it's given me again an option to purchase the Potensic Care. I'm not going to do it just yet. But I am going to start screen recording. So you'll be able to see everything that's on the screen now. So it's telling me straight away I can fly now. So I'll turn the drone back on. And I don't know if we'll be able to launch indoors. With some drones you can launch indoors without a GPS signal. With some drones you can't. So we'll see what we can do with this one. So I'm going to hit fly now. It's telling me the drone's not connected. So it's telling me there's another firmware mismatch and I'm going to have to upgrade again. So another upgrade required. So that download took 3 minutes to download and now it's going to have to install into either the controller or the drone. and it's saying that it's the remote control that's upgrading, and these flashing lights, I imagine, would indicate that there is an update in progress. So this is the second, or is it the third, firmware upgrade to the controller. And I suspect after this I'll have another upgrade for the drone, which will be either the second or the third upgrade. So not quite as simple as just switching on the drone and the controller and off you go to fly. Quite a lengthy procedure that you have to go through. And then I would imagine there will still be some gimbal calibrations and compass calibrations and drone and controller calibrations to go through before you go out flying. So the controller firmware updated now to version 161. The total downloading and uploading time was just over 8 minutes. It's now restarting, and through all this procedure I have lost one LED of power in the controller. So it's saying that I can fly now, so I'm going to attempt it. I'll have to turn the drone back on. And see if it will let me actually launch the drone while I'm inside. The auto takeoff is press and hold any blank area on the flight interface and a slide to take off pop-up window will appear. Swipe the icon in the direction of the arrow, the drone will automatically take off and hover at 1.2 meters. Okay. Right. Let's try the other method. Okay, so down and in with both sticks. Okay, so successful flight there. Okay, so I suppose the next thing I have to do is take the drone out and give it a test flight. If you want to see that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification icon so that you get a message when the next video goes up. Thanks for watching. Cheerio now.